Good morning. Yesterday morning we were talking about John Wesley, and when he was asked the question, if you had 24 hours to live, what would you do with your remaining time? I said that was a good question to ask, and it certainly has been making me think about just how I spend my time living. It wasn't about the idea of how long you live for 24 hours, but I had an experience with a member of our family of faith who really did have to confront their own death in a short period of time. This was years ago. Jim and Jane Harlow were wonderful members of St. Luke's. Great people. Jim was the CEO of OG&E. He was a good man. He had been feeling a little poorly, kind of under the weather. And he couldn't quite figure out why. He thought it was sort of like the flu, but he just wasn't getting better. And so he went to the Mayo Clinic to get all checked out, and what they discovered was he had pancreatic cancer. And it was really bad because it started at the wrong end of the pancreas, if you will. It had been developing and growing, and he hadn't been showing terrible signs, hadn't been making him sick, until now it had almost completely taken over his pancreas, and they told him that he probably had about 4 weeks to live. The doctor said that if there's anything you've ever wanted to do, you need to go do it now. If there's any special place you wanted to travel, any special thing you wanted to do, you need to go do it now, because the quality of your days are going to start declining very quickly. Well, Jim didn't go anywhere. He came back home to Oklahoma City, be with Jane, be with his kids, be with friends. But I got a call, and they asked me to come to the house. They wanted to talk. And I remember Jim and I had some time just by ourselves. And we were talking about life and life after death and all these kinds of things that you would talk about at such a moment. And as we were visiting, he finally looked at me and he said, Bob, when Jane and I were young and we did not have much money, we still went. And when we got older and we had money but didn't have the time, we still went. And now when the end has come, there is nowhere I need to run. Jim would live about 3 weeks and 6 days, just like the doctor said. And I have to tell you, it has been a lesson that I have remembered for 25 years. I have thought about it so often, and I've thought about Jim so often. And I felt he had shared such a truth that was really important to remember and to share with others. How important it is to truly live and embrace life now. Not to just wait one day to live, but to live fully now. And I know that right now at this moment, you and I are having our world really contained because of this coronavirus. But even within these parameters, we can live fully now. And we can be planning on that special trip that you want to take, that special thing that you want to do in the very near future when life starts moving back to normal. Don't wait. Don't wait until just someday. You've been given the gift of today. And now, when you may not have a lot, go. And if you do have a lot and don't have time, go. And when the end comes, you won't have anywhere that you need to run other than into the arms of God, knowing He's going to be there for us when we can enter into that kingdom of heaven. Nothing to be afraid of in life, so long as you and I choose to live. Have a great day.